All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game, Starbuck versus TBCBM. In this, matchup, TBCBM spawning as the red undead on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Starbuck spawning as the random night elf on the bottom right. Should be a great matchup here on Tide Hunters. Opening things up, there's an Ancient of War. We do not see an Altar of Elders anywhere, at least I don't see one yet, which most likely means it will be a Tavern Hero with a couple of early Archers. Fire Lord, Dark Ranger, both viable options. We'll have to keep a close eye on that at that 2-minute 15-second mark. Meanwhile, back to the top left-hand side of the map, TBCBM opening things up. There's that Altar of Darkness. There's a Crypt, and we should be looking at a Tomb of Relics, and a couple more ghouls, and then from there we can try and figure out what strategies the undead players are going to be going for, or the undead player is going to be going for. It feels like many years ago, the openings were just rather stale, right? The opening question was going to be Death Knight, whether Death Knight is always going to be the case, and whether or not you were going to be looking at ghouls or fiends, and you just kind of looked at the Altar of Darkness and the timing on that Altar of Darkness to know if it was going to be early ghouls or fiends. With the introduction of fast expanding as an undead player, unsummoning your Altar of Darkness, getting that Blight, being able to take an expansion, go wide on beetles, undead seemingly having a much more powerful toolkit overall, as the other races are also adapting and getting stronger too. We're going to be looking at this Archer. Archer most likely will be trying to head over to the tavern. 2-minute 15-second mark, still needs another 15 seconds before a hero can be trained up. Acolyte still wandering around. There's another Archer there. There's that Altar of Elders. You can see that it is significantly delayed, and now TBCBM knows that it is going to be a Tavern Hero. Alright, nothing over there at the tavern yet. Alright, what's coming across here? Death Knight ghouls now making their way off to the north. We've seen a little bit of damage onto that Acolyte, and this is some missed opportunity or missed timing now to actually, train up the hero and make its way out. Alright, a Death Knight already clearing out the Sea Giant Turtle creep camp here. Skeletal Minion chasing after that Wisp, and, that's going to be timing as we see a Beastmaster first. Alright, Beastmaster, not normally the main hero that I was expecting to see. Beastmaster, Quill Beast, and summons are just going to invite Destroyer play. Couple of interesting spots to be in. The Beastmaster is a strength-based hero, not an intelligence-based hero. So, he normally has a lot more hit points. He's definitely tankier than the Archmage, as we're going to see the Beastmaster is going to chase after that. No, he is not an Archer here. I don't know if you got the final shot off there, as the Death Knight now trying to fight back here. Alright, so Starbuck with this Beastmaster, Ring of Superiority, Ghoul going to get taken down, and now we're just going to be looking at a bunch of Archers just moving around here. There are 2 Quill Beasts here doing quite a bit of damage, and now there's a detonation as well. Alright, going to do a little bit of round of attacking here, trying to go after another Ghoul. You're going to see a Death Coil for a save right there, as the units are now still retreating back. Alright, more damage going down. Quill Beasts do move quite quickly, as the Archers are now trying to retreat back too. So low hit point Archer, there goes another Skeletal Minion, as the Beastmaster currently sitting at level 1. Could summon up another Quill Beast here in just a moment. Death Knight, however, very fast, as it does have that Unholy Aura speed bonus. Alright, Archer's going to go ahead and try and Shadow Meld there. There's one. Let that arrow fly, hitting that target, as the Dust of Appearance going to end up revealing an Archer there. Alright, so a little bit of engagement back and forth. Quill Beast going to get summoned up. Beastmaster hoping to perhaps finish off an Acolyte, stop this expansion attempt, as the tech to tier 2 has already been started by both sides. Alright, Beastmaster going to finish off that Acolyte there, and now the Beastmaster sits at level 2, looking to get in a little bit more damage. There goes a Death Coil. TBCBM now retreating back with this Death Knight, or is he going to try and engage here? Alright, this is a little bit of a risky scenario. Skeletal Minions did pop up. We're going to be looking at another low hit point Ghoul. One more shot should finish it off, and the Archer, I believe the Archer and the Ghoul both getting taken down there, so both sides suffering heavy casualties, as there are a large number of Skeletal Minions, and this Archer may end up just getting body blocked again, and getting torn up by all of these skeletal minions. All right, skeletal minions, however, one big detonation takes them all down. Beastmaster going to go ahead and get in harm's way a bit. Death Knight unable to get past as the archer able to drink from those moonwells. All right, you can see the Beastmaster, a rather tanky hero, hasn't really taken that much damage, regenerating hit points rather nicely. Going to go ahead and try and go after this creep camp here. We do see Bear as that second ability once more. All right, so tech to tier 2 is done. We are getting that graveyard. That graveyard was significantly delayed, so no slaughterhouse yet. Teching the tier 3 and now training up that Lich. Meanwhile, a Tree of Ages going into dual Ancients of Lore. A lot more Wisps need to be trained. We saw a lot of detonation, if you remember earlier, as this Ancient of War, well, is slowly regenerating some hit points while taking a lot of damage from that Null Assassin. Beastmaster, well, trying to finish things off. Death Knight taking quite a bit of damage here. Is going to try to finish off this Ancient of War. Death Knight ends up, well, exchanging blows back and forth again and again. There's some skeletal minions popping up out of the ground, as the Death Knight is still causing a bit of disruption here. All right, easy damage. Death Knight gets up to level 3. Level 2 Death Coil is available. Level 2, well, we'll see. Level 2 Bears could get trained up here, as the Bears are probably going to become a bigger priority. Well, since they have more hit points and are able to tank a lot more damage and perhaps protect those archers. All right, so Beastmaster first here in 2025 in a Night Elf versus Undead game. We see Dust of Appearance. There's that Bear, and it's going to try and get in some damage. There's a Naga Sea Witch. There's a Death Coil, and well, down goes an Archer already. So big Death Coil finishing things off. Naga Sea Witch, well, looking to finish off or get a little bit more experience. Again, Lich is out here on the battlefield, and that Raging Bear does in fact deal, well, can in fact stun, and at level 5 can blink. Coming back through, what's going on? Bear gonna go ahead and engage against this Ogre Magi creep camp. Raging Bear already down to 600 some odd hit points. That's focusing quite a bit of damage. He's gonna get taken down. Potion of Greater Healing picked up by Starbuck. Beastmaster, as the Naga Sea Witch, well, takes a Death Coil for good measure, and now going to try and fight back here. Lich, are we going to see a Frost Nova? That is a lot of damage to get transferred back over there, as that Naga Sea Witch does have that Potion of Greater Healing now, and should be okay. They're looking at slow poison, cold arrows, and just a large amount of damage. Death Knight, well, Scroll of Town Portal was going to be picked up there, and now the Death Knight also taking quite a bit of damage as well. Right, so Naga Sea Witch, well, sitting at 240 hit points. We are looking at Ancients of Lore still training. We are still only at Tree of Ages, not going into Tree of Eternity. And what those cold arrows going to be doing quite a bit of damage, as the Ancient of War, well, without Nature's Blessing, is not that fast. All right, some big damage coming across here onto the Gargantuan Sea Turtle. Death Knight, Lich, well, has made their way back out, trying to do a little bit of creeping, still waiting on that first Obsidian statue to provide both hit points and mana to this entire undead army. So Death Knight Lich should be able to make its rounds out here in just a moment. You can see already it has that Orb of Corruption for tier 3. And with that, well, full tech available by Undead TBC BM. On the southern side, we are looking at a Tree of Life, a possible expansion attempt here. We'll see if that gets established or gets challenged. By the way, would you be up to casting all the random games qualifications for all the random tournament underway at the moment? All the best players trying to make it? Oh. Yeah, I think I'd give it a try. I mean, there's a lot to learn about the all random. If it's where like you get a random hero as well, things just go sideways, and trying to adapt your strategy based on what you get, or kind of or what your opponent accidentally gets, trying to counter that. So that is fun. Happy Infy, yep, yeah, no, I'll definitely try for it. Death Knight, Illusion coming back across here. A little bit of easy damage. The Raging Bear absorbing quite a bit of that here, and going to get taken out now. Giant Sea Turtle going to get cleaned up. We have an Invul Potion on that Beastmaster, and the Naga Sea Witch also with an Invul Potion as well. So that may be exactly what the doctor ordered for that Naga Sea Witch and this Beastmaster to try and be able to shake off some of that damage from the Death Knight and that Lich here. All right. We are also looking at level 2 Fork Lightning from the Naga Sea Witch. Meanwhile, Lich out here is currently at plus 18 auto attack, so even though just a level 1 hero, well, dealing large bouts of damage per attack already. All right. Well, Raging Bear goes up onto the high ground here. We can see Dryads. Well, are we going to see this Necromancer get picked off? Yeah, Necromancer just tries to do a quick walk by and ends up getting taken down easily. Rock Golem going to easily get finished off as well. Raging Bear still absorbing quite a bit of damage. Forest Troll High Priest will get taken down. And, well, easy experience here as the Beastmaster inches closer to, or centimeters closer to level 4. All right. Goblin Shredder could take a little bit of damage here. That's going to be a bad spot to be. Are we going to see some repairs? No, we are not. That Goblin Shredder easily going to get taken out, and that's going to be a significant loss in lumber. There goes a Frost Nova as well. Wisp are getting cleaned out here. And where is the Night Elf army? Inside the opposite side. So both sides coming in and putting pressure in the other player's base. So I guess in a situation where you are trying to base trade, that does work out well. All right, Scroll of Town Portal coming back the other way. And now in comes the units. There's an Obsidian statue. Death Knight is actually hiding in between the trees right there. Couldn't actually spot him. But yeah, hiding in between the trees momentarily, as we are looking at this expo on the bottom side of the map, getting additional gold for Starbuck. That may be the big difference right here, unless that expo is spotted out with, and TBCBM perhaps expecting that there was an expo, going to try and clear it out. No, going to go after this well, Shadow Melding Creep Camp instead, hoping to get an advantage that way. All right, dual Raging Bears here, level 4 on the Beastmaster, level 2 Quill Beast available. We are getting up the 01 upgrades on those Dryads. Not getting the 02, but we are going into tier 3 as well. And this is going to be one of those situations where I see a bear and I think that there's already Druid of the Claw Mastery form, when in fact it is not. Coming back around, Death Knight, Lich, Ghoul now trying to make its way back. Death Knight gonna spot this expansion here. Starbuck did get a decent amount of gold. Well, is it been a decent amount? No, only 500 gold has been pulled out of this gold mine, and it is significantly more to build up this Tree of Life and also all of these wisps. Unit's going to try and retreat back here. There's going to be a little bit of damage, and now here we are with the engagement. All right, Raging Bear taking quite a bit here. Necromancer trying to make its way through. Necromancer quickly gets taken out. There's a Fork Lightning to finish off the job. Meanwhile, more gold is still being mined here, trying to make it at least worth it, as we are looking at Obsidian statues getting turned around the other way. That Meat Wagon really dealing quite a bit of damage here. Dryad now trying to retreat back. We're going to see a Frost Nova go down. Lich taking quite a bit of damage, and now Druid of the Claw now making its way over. Are we going to see some damage here? A little bit of splat damage. There's a Death Coil onto the Lich, as we're looking at the Necromancers also taking a little bit of damage as too. All right, Necromancers all falling here, and without taking on this Tree of Life, that is going to be a very big deal. All right, what is going to go down? Wisp trying to repair now. There's a Frost Nova. There's some massive repairs getting underway. The Meat Wagon now taking quite a bit of damage, and it looks like this Tree of Life may be able to barely hang on, holding on at 180 some odd hit points. Lich somehow still staying alive after all this time. More repairs getting underway. Tree of Life now needs to train up more Wisp down to 168 hit points. There's a Death Coil for the save, and Starbucks Expo looks like it will get taken down, but at what cost? Lich ends up surviving at 36 hit points, as that Necromancer also able to get away. Wow, not getting the repairs necessary, also not taking down that one Meat Wagon. That Meat Wagon originally there to help the Necromancers summon up an army, instead dealing the majority of the damage, using that bonus siege damage to finish off that Tree of Life. All right. That's too many words to read, and my XSplit is really super small now, so I'll talk to you about it a little bit later. Current ones are still not quite. I know map makers are making new maps all the time, but most players are not really perceptive, so it'll be tournament organizers to force them to play by throwing some, yeah. Well, there a lot of the reasons why players don't want to try out the new maps until they're in the tournament scene is because, well, you got to remember, professional players, they treat this like they're training specifically to win games at high level, right? You wouldn't randomly start playing international basketball rules um, unless you were planning to play international basketball games, right? Sorry. New map pool needed? Yes, no? Oh. All right, let me focus back on this game. Naga Sea-Witch getting focused down here. Potion of Invulnerability going to keep him alive. You see the meat wagons are just lobbing attacks from the other side here. Starbuck, 51 supply compared to 36. A definite advantage here as we're looking at the Quill Beast perhaps trying to do a little bit of poking down as well. Lich gets another Death Coil, so that Death Knight at level 3 Death Coil has been saving a lot of, or just doing a lot of healing overall. The Raging Bear does not have Blink yet, so level 5, level 3 going up against dual level 4 heroes as the Druids of the Claw and the Dryads have taken quite a bit of poison, or are taking quite a bit of poison damage as well. More cold arrows, another big hit point heal for that Lich. Lich does end up staying alive. Are new maps needed? At this point, I almost want to see what the players will do playing on some of the old maps. Like, if you remember, we saw some games on Turtle Rock recently, a map that's definitely not new, but because it's been out of the map rotation for so long, it's familiar, but the meta has significantly changed, right? Fast expanding with Death Knight, all of that. There's another Death Coil landing on that Naga Sea-Witch. Their Dryad getting gift wrapped. Units are trying to retreat back here. Are we going to see any bit of healing? No, we are not. Death Knight now getting there. There's another Death Coil, and wow, that Naga Sea-Witch nearly got, well, frozen in its tracks. All right, coming back around, a Death Knight, now the one taking an absolute beating. We're also looking at the Granite Golem now trying to make a little bit of a pressure play. Is the Druid of the Claw, yeah, gonna perhaps try and double back around and get an exposure on all of these low hit point and very vulnerable necromancers. All right, a little bit of pressure play here. However, the skeletal mages are already up, and now here we go. Granite Golem trying to clap down a lot of damage. Meat Wagon's able to get in some damage here, and Starbuck be forced to retreat back. 53 supply compared to 46. Both sides still engaging. And now we're looking at damage coming on through. There's a Scroll of Healing to try and keep a Dryad alive, and it will stay there temporarily. Make things interesting. Last major map full overhaul was in like 2019. Was it really that late? It feels like it was a bit earlier than that. All right, Skeletal Mage not going to get taken down. This Expo now operational and is fully saturated. We're looking at the Necromancers trying to make their way through. Army is going to try to get into position. This is going to be a little bit of a timing issue as a Starbuck needs to race on down here if he wants to try and get this additional gold. All right, so the Starbucks Beastmaster was Staff of Preservation back to the main base to act as a preliminary host welcome party, as the Beastmaster now could be in trouble. There's an Invul Potion going to turn back around and try and fight. In comes the rest of the units now looking to engage. However, the Beastmaster is going to be in a little bit of a hurt as he does get a rejuvenation here. We do not see any destroyers, oddly enough. So even though we do have a bunch of summons by Starbucks, we do not see any destroyers in the air trying to devour magic. There goes one Meat Wagon again. Skeletal Mages and Skeletal Minions are getting cleaned up. The Meat Wagons with that Disease Cloud just launching so much damage as the Naga Sea-Witch now down to 200 hit points being forced to retreat back. All right, another Staff of Preservation brings back this Naga Sea-Witch here. She's going to go ahead and clean up, perhaps use up a Clarity Potion, Anti-Magic Shell as well to shake off some of that Death Coil Frost Nova damage. All right. Here we are, here we go. Skeletal Mages, Skeletal Minions getting popped up here. Tree of Life, there's some lob attacks. We do see an Expo trying to be established by TBCBM. A little bit of repairs getting underway. There's some detonation, and there's just a little bit of a dance back and forth. The Necromancers, coupled with the Meat Wagons, having a very powerful ranged attack in these narrow, choking walkways is quite problematic. There's another lob attack by that Meat Wagon again. A quick detonation to remove that Blight. But that Tree of Life is going to end up falling. Starbuck has gotten a decent amount of gold out of there. A decent amount of gold, about a minute and a half or a little bit more than a minute of mining from there, as the Moonwells are being forced to work overtime to try and keep this army alive. You can see that the Disease Cloud bringing the Dryads often to 1 hit point. Druids of the Claw being forced to go into Druid form and rejuvenate these Dryads, as the Necromancers and their Skeletal Mages are, or the Skeletal Mages of the Necromancers are able to deal quite a bit of damage. Also, we see a bit of crippling there as well. Level 5, level 4. And TBCBM seems to be in the driver's seat of this game, even though Starbuck has had the supply advantage for quite a while. TBCBM sitting on 2 bases now. We see an Ancient Protector now being built directly next to this Haunted Goldmine. Quill Beast now making its way over, perhaps going to try and poke down this Ziggurat or go after the Acolyte. There's a couple of ghouls now making their way over, as we are looking at level 4 on the Beastmaster. And where is that Naga Sea Witch? Naga Sea Witch also a little bit in the back as well. All right, some easy damage. Level 5 on that Beastmaster. Are we going to be looking at Raging Bears, or no, the Frenzied Quill Beasts instead? So there's bears. There's more bears. Going to try and engage here. All right, where is that bigger Quill Beast? Nope, not quite yet. All right, so triple meat wagons, 56 supply now. Meanwhile, Hermit going to get cleaned out. We're looking at another Tree of Life being placed down. Pit Lord, third and final hero. Naga Sea Witch trying to get to level 5 and does get to level 5. So dual level 5 heroes going up against a 5-4-1. Pit Lord just now getting summoned now, and also using Cleave as the ability there. All right, so Cleave to try and deal damage. There's a little bit of splash damage, or a little bit of a couple of damage there. We're looking at Necromancers popping up the Skeletal Mages. They need to find a way to engage. Meat Wagons have plenty of corpses inside, and the units are just trying to dive in. Bunch of Wisp coming off to detonate right there, dealing good amounts of damage, and now continuing to put pressure in. All right, Lich now down to 649 hit points, getting a big Death Coil in the right spot. Druid of the Claw about to get taken down, just needs a little bit of auto attack to get finished off here. There's a Staff of Preservation saving one. Another Fork Lightning, there goes the Druid of the Claw, and the Lich once more saved again. Barely an overheal on that 600 hit point Lich, but that Lich could be forced to use an Invul Potion as just now. Naga Sea Witch now trying to be forced to retreat back there. Does have an Scroll of Town Portal to give invulnerability, and now trying to finish off the remainder of these units. 53 supply compared to 78. A bunch of low hit point units. We're going to see the Druid of the Claws perhaps try to drink some Moonwell juice to get some rejuvenations off, or that's at least what should be happening. Yes, no? Yeah, I think it was sometime in late 2018, 2019. Autumn Leaves, Tide Hunters, Concealed Hill, Northern Isle, only Hammerfall, 2024.
A player's forces are under attack.
All right, coming back through. We do not have a full heal up of the Night Elf army right now, so this is a perfect opportunity for TBCBM to just Death Coil Frost Nova while these Druids of the Claw do not have their full hit point capacity. Meanwhile, Dryads are going to try and engage here, and here we are. What is going on here? They're going to be able to poke apart Skeletal Mages, and now the Meat Wagons are actually within 0 range. Oh, that Meat Wagon could have been easily taken down, trying to get taken out. There it goes. More Fork Lightning pushing back the other way. Another Druid of the Claw about to get taken down. Starbuck has the larger army, but does not have the stronger army, just because of how low on hit points all of those Dryads are. The Disease Cloud from these Meat Wagons is making healing difficult even at night, as these Druids of the Claw are trying to retreat back. Moonwells, fairly full, could get taken down here. They needed to, drink some Moonwell juice, get some rejuvenations, and get stronger again. All right, coming back the other way. More lobbying, more attacking. Dryad's going to try and push off in this direction here. Beastmaster going to try and come back down. There is a Raging Bear now looking to engage here. All of these units, look at that. That is, 14 supply of, 12 supply of the army, and that's that slight difference there, just not having that army ready to engage and participate in the fight. And I think this will be GG for TBC, or GG for Starbuck, not realizing that he has such a strong group of units just sitting off to the north right there. losing control of your units, not having them participate in a battle. As we're looking at 58 supply going up against 59. Beastmaster still trying to fight back here. Starbuck still moving across with that major army, just not having an F1 key to toggle your entire army to move to a certain spot has been a big deal here. 48 supply compared to 56. We can only imagine what 2 additional Druids of the Claw in bear form, full hit points, and Dryads could have done in this battle. Yeah, just look at these units right off over here. All right, let's take a look at the final scores. And let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below. Do you think that those additional units in that last fight would have turned the tide for Starbuck? Or do you think TBCBM is just army composition would have been too much? Let me know in the comments below.